Hey guys and girls, what is going on? Welcome back to a brand new video and a brand new episode of something a bit different. So this is going to be a beginning of a new series called Jurassic World 2 Leaked Information, where basically I'm going to give you guys a few details on the new film Jurassic World 2 that will be coming out on June the 22nd. That is the worldwide release date, and in the UK on the 7th of June 2018. So I'm just going to give you guys a few different sections. I'm going to give you guys a more thorough run through. This should hopefully not really have a base of when it's going to come out, what's going to come out, what time it's going to come out, and what sections there are going to be. It will literally be, it comes out as I get the information, and as I believe I get enough information to fill certain parts. Now this will be sectioned into 4 parts per video. There'll be part 1, part 2, part 3, part 4, based on whatever you guys see or whatever you guys, give me as information. Quickly, a massive shout out to Best in Slot and JurassicOutpost.com for giving me these sort of details / information. If you want, I'll leave the links down to Best in Slot's channel and down to the website Jurassic Outpost. Down there, they have quite a few bits of detail, maybe not as thorough detail, not as, as much going on, but they have some very good information going on there. So, what we're going to do is we're going to get started straight away with part 1. So guys, part 1 will be the release dates and directors, producers, etc. So, the release dates to start off with, as I've just told you guys, it's June the 22nd, 2018. That is a worldwide release date. However, on June the 7th, 2018, it will be released in the UK. So that's something a bit different. Usually it tends to be the worldwide one comes out first. They come out in America primarily first, and then it tends to come over to us in the UK a few days later. But so having it a whole 15 days earlier is absolutely awesome. It also means that when the video comes out, I can give you guys my thoughts, my reactions on it, pardon me, an awful lot quicker. Another thing I want to go with it, there is a bit of detail as to why this might be coming out sooner. Mainly one of the reasons maybe is because they're filming quite a bit of the actual Jurassic Park itself in London this time. They're filming a bit in London, they're filming a bit in Hawaii. I believe there's a part in Hawaii they're filming, and they are filming some in America, Costa Rica, like the usual places they would normally film. But for once they are actually filming in the UK, in London. Now, onto the directors and the producers. So the director, this whole Jurassic World 2 is being directed by J.A. Barone. He is taking a step up. He's come and joined in. Now, if you guys don't know much about him, he pretty much brings a bit more of a intimate, darker level of film production. So he tends to make more horror film related films. So this is probably it probably gives us a few insinuations that it's going to be a lot more detailed, a lot more dark and deeper and secretive, almost quite elusive at times, and also intimate at the same time. To back the statements up, there are a few tweets that went out from a certain few cast members, which I'll get on into in a minute who they were, basically saying that we need to expect for it to be a lot more intimate, a lot more darker, and a lot more just amazing, really. That's what they kind of came out and said. Now, the people that are doing, the kind of the step below the director is Colin Trevorrow and Derek Colony. Colin Trevorrow did in fact direct the last couple, but he's taken a step down now and decided to work alongside Derek Colony in some of the, scripting, authorization, the production, the filming, stuff like that. A few, lower down things based that J.A. Barone would have done. So, that is all for section 1. Moving on to section 2 now, we have the cast. Now the cast is, as you guys can see on your screen, let me just quickly enlarge in this here so I can actually see it. There we go, perfect. So, the cast is pretty much going to be Chris Pratt, which plays Owen the same as last time, and Bryce Dallas Howard, who does play Claire. Now there is a return of obviously those two. There is the return of B.D. Wong, who plays Dr. Wu, but there is a doubtful return of Claire's sister, Judy Gree, coming purely because she didn't really play much of a prominent role. Now there is also Toby Jones that's taking part in the casting role, Geraldine Chaplin, James Cromwell, Justice Smith, Rafe Spall, Ted Levine, and Daniela Pineda. Now, there's also, as you guys can see by this picture, which is quite a prominent picture of, I believe it's to be almost like a museum or a collection area with a Triceratops and a little girl looking up for it. That little girl may actually be part of the casting. Her name is Lucy, she's age 9, and as you can see, the girl in the picture is meant to be her, and there was reportedly a casting call earlier this year with the possibility of it being Brooke Norbury. Now, I don't know too much about it, about her or the role that she plays, but all I know is that there is a few scenes, shared scenes with her father, so there could be, you know, a few little links there in it. Now, Dr. Wu, obviously being BD Wong, has recently begun shooting his role of Jurassic World 2 in Pinewood Studios, London. The actor took to Instagram to show a bit of a picture of himself dressed in Dr. Henry Wu's sort of attire for the scene that he was performing, and the actor posted with this caption: "For some reason, when you shoot in London, the men's clothes they buy here for you make you feel like you're 007, relating to James Bond," which kind of shows that Dr. Wu may have a higher up ranking in terms of what he does in the film, in terms of, you know, if he's based around obviously the science production, maybe he's right at the top of the science chain as one of the top members. Also, it could also predict that he's going to be a very main character, or sometimes when they wear suits such as 007, it may infer that he may be a villain or he may be a hero. It depends what happens when it comes out. So that is all we know for the casting call so far. We don't know too much about kind of the roles they're going to take as of yet. That is still to be decided. I don't really know. They haven't really given us many names. Obviously, you've got the Owen, you've got the Claire, you've got the BD Wong working as Dr. Wu. You've got the usual three. There is James Cromwell, however, if I just scroll down, who is in fact, who we do actually know is called Benjamin Lockwood, who has a connection to John Hammond. So those two, they're kind of trying to play a similar role, as you guys can see as well from this tweet that Jurassic Outpost posted. Basically, looking at them, they are quite similar men. They are relatively similar. So, moving on to part 3. Now, part 3 is the dinosaurs, and we've got a few quotes from J.A. Barone saying that basically there will not just be a bunch of dinosaurs chasing people on an island, because that gets old really fast. He doesn't believe that bigger, better dinosaurs or bigger, more epic in scope action sequences are what people are necessarily looking for from this franchise and what they love about it. So what he's saying is, more or less, he doesn't want it to be based around a load of dinosaurs running around an island, chasing people, eating people and causing carnage. He believes that that's happened on too many Jurassic Parks, and maybe it's time to take a more solid approach with it, change the approach, change the perspective at which this scene goes on. He also doesn't believe that bigger and better dinosaurs are what people are necessarily looking for in this type of franchise, in this type of movie. So basically from that, it means he doesn't think there needs to be a step up from the Indominus Rex. He don't think there needs to be another hybrid. There doesn't need to be something else, something better. Sometimes, you know, having a few decent dinosaurs in there that can play a prominent role that maybe aren't as big can make the film just as good, if not better. However, that will mean there will have to be a step up in acting. The actors are going to have to put a lot more effort in and become a lot more almost petrified of the creatures they're against, because if they're not as scary as the Indominus Rex, they're going to have to act even better and make the scene better. They're going to have to exaggerate more without it being obvious, and they're really going to have to make the scenes better in themselves without having that it factor of a Indominus Rex, T-Rex, whatever it may be, the prominent villain in the scene. Now, as you can see from the photo that I just showed you of that little girl, it does show that the large prominent force of Jurassic Park may be the Triceratops, as that is the first official still photo of Jurassic World 2 that has been leaked. As the first week of filming on Jurassic World 2 is completed, Colin Trevorrow took to Twitter to release his first still from the movie. It shows the inside of what appears to be the museum or a private collection, as you guys can see on your screen. So maybe does this area which they go into behold, you know, a secret ingredient to, you know, some dinosaur making? Does it hold a secret door that takes you down to a secret lab? Does it hold a prominent role within the film? What does it do? We need to find out. Now, there is, and for what you guys may be very excited to find out, is there will be the return of Rexy from the previous Jurassic Parks. You guys know who she is, but sadly she is older now. This could be a last appearance, but it was confirmed by Colin Trevorrow that the return of Rexy is most definitely happening. So, this kind of makes me think, obviously with the T-Rex being older now, does this have a point to play in a pivotal scene? Does the T-Rex try and battle against another T-Rex, or maybe another version of an Indominus Rex, another sort of villain, because obviously it played the heroic role last time in killing the Indominus Rex with the raptor, and obviously the Mosasaurus then eating it. But does that play a prominent role? Does that play a pivotal role in the film? Does Rexy die in it? Does she try and take on something that might just be a bit too big for her? Does she die? And does this become the end of the era of Rexy? Who knows what's going to happen? But finally, guys, there are a few more dinosaurs. There's the Apatosaurus, which you guys will see on your screen now. It's a long-necked dinosaur, which you guys can see kind of like a sneak peek of, which this woman took. I don't remember her name as such. If you check out Best in Sorts video, she got credited on there for uploading it to Twitter. But basically, the images reveal it's an Apatosaurus, the long-necked dinosaur species, which appeared, as you can see now, as the victim of the Indominus Rex in Jurassic World. So you guys from here will be able to notice that pretty much you guys know from the previous Jurassic World that the Indominus Rex killed a load of Apatosauruses, not for food, not for fun, but for sport. So you guys remember that scene. If you don't, there's an image right there on your screen to take a look at. There's also the return of the Dilophosaurus, which looks like the one that was related to the one that killed Dennis Nedry in the original Jurassic Park movie. Who knows? Who knows what's going to happen? So hopefully you guys will recognise it. As you guys can see, its facial features on there. But here is a very quick list. So there's the T-Rex. There's an image of that should be on your screen right now. The Triceratops, hopefully a raptor, Dilophosaurus and Apatosaurus. That is what we have gained so far. So, last but not least, moving on to filming. So, they began filming, the filming in England started on the 23rd of February. On the 20th of April 2007, they were filming at Heartland Park, which was filming with an old military type vehicle. Footage of filming released by a woman called Layla Richards. That is the woman who basically was part of it. Well, not part of it, but she was the one that took the photos of the Dilophosaurus and the Apatosaurus. So if you guys want to go and see all that over on Jurassic Output's Twitter page, I'll leave a link down below. There is also a ladder in the filming. There's a ladder hanging from a helicopter with a man in a yellow high-vis jacket holding onto it. This again links thematically to the Dennis Nedry scene where he was being eaten by the Dilophosaurus, as he was wearing the orange /yellow high-vis. This just kind of relates to Jurassic Park 1. Now, this might give a few implications of what's going on. Why is he on a helicopter? Is this part of the beginning of a scene? Is this the beginning of the whole movie, where they may be, looking over a forest trying to track the movement of a runaway animal, or trying to track the movement of a human trying to run away from the grips of an animal? Who knows what is going on? This could mean, though, that there is a main/epic scene that plays a larger factor in the film, that kind of expands or almost, really plays a pivotal role that's going to set on for more and more films to come. Now, as you guys may or may not know, if you don't know, going back and watch my previous video of this Jurassic World 2 leaked information, there is the possibility that there may be 4 in this series. There may be 4 films in this series: Jurassic World 1, 2, 3 and 4. Obviously, there is 100% chance there's going to be a trio of films. There's going to be 3, there's going to be a triplet. There's going to be, obviously, this is a sequel, then you've got the trio, and then hopefully we'll get the quadruplet after. But apart from that, guys, that is absolutely everything to know so far. So if you guys have got any questions or queries, if you guys want me to make kind of a video based on what I reckon may happen, make sure to let me know. That would be absolutely awesome. Don't forget to subscribe, like the video, let me know your thoughts, and let me know, what might happen. Give me your thoughts and opinions on what you could see happening in the film. Let me know your predictions. But apart from that, guys, thank you very much for watching. Like, subscribe, all that good stuff, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Goodbye.